Hi boys and girls! Today we are going to talk about subject-verb agreement. And remember, you learned that a verb is an action word, so it's something that someone is doing. And the subject in the sentence is going to be the person or thing doing the action. So the verb is the action, and the verb tells who the subject is that is doing the action. So let's take a look. It says agree or disagree. Some of these subjects and verbs are not going to agree, so that means they will disagree. Oh no, some of these verbs do not agree with their subjects. My verb patroller will help us decide if the verb agrees or disagrees with the subject. If it disagrees, he'll also show you the right answer. So remember, the verb is the action and the subject is the person or thing doing the action. So this sentence says, I walks to the playground. Walks is the verb, and I, which is this little girl, I is the subject, and these two words have to work together to make this sentence make sense. So the subject and the verb have to work together to make this sentence make sense. So think about this. I walks to the playground. Does I walks make sense to you? I walks to the playground? Or would a different verb make better sense? Let's see if our verb patroller agrees or disagrees. Yes, our subject verb does disagree because it really should say I walk. So the verb should be walk, not walks. I walk to the playground. I walk to the playground sounds much better than I walks to the playground. All right. Let's take a look at this one. So the subject is the dog. Here he is right here. And runs is the verb. The dog runs. So let's see, does the subject, dog, and the verb agree or disagree? The dog runs. Let's see what the verb patroller thinks. Yes, the verb patroller agrees that the subject, dog, and the verb runs make this sentence make sense. The dog runs sound just fine. It wouldn't be the dog run. That wouldn't make any sense. But the dog runs sounds just fine. All right, let's move on to our next sentence. This sentence says, the people sits on the bench. So we have our subject is people, here they are right here, and sits is the verb. This is what they're doing. The people sits on the bench. I don't know about that sentence. That subject verb may not agree. They may disagree. Let's read the sentence again. The people sits on the bench. Let's see what the verb patroller thinks. Oh, he thinks they disagree. I agree with the verb patroller. I hope you do too. So let's read the sentence now that the verb patroller gave us the right verb. The people sit on the bench. That makes much better sense. Sit, not sits. The people sit on the bench. We did not need the S at the end of sit. Okay, let's look at our next sentence. It says, the birds sings in the tree. The birds sings in the tree. That's even hard to say. The verb is sings, and the subject is birds. The birds sings in the tree. I bet you could fix this subject and verb to make them agree. Think about it for a minute. The birds sings in the tree. I have something. Let's see what the verb patroller thinks. Oh yes, he does disagree. And I agree too, because when I was reading that sentence, it was really hard to get it out because it really didn't make any sense. The verb patroller says, the birds sing in the tree. Oh, that sounds much better, and it's much easier to say. The birds sing. The birds sings is not correct, but the birds sing in the tree sounds much better. Okay, let's read this one. We hop on the sidewalk. We hop on the sidewalk. Now you say it. Does that sound right to you? Let's see what the verb patroller thinks. Oh, he agrees that the verb hop and the subject we agree. We hop on the sidewalk. It wouldn't be we hops on the sidewalk. That doesn't make any sense. But we hop on the sidewalk sounds just fine. Our subject, we, and our verb, they agree with each other. They sound very nice together. Okay, let's read this next sentence. She writes so neatly. Now you say that sentence. She writes so neatly. Sounds pretty good. We have the verb here, writes, because that's what she is doing, and our subject is she. Let's see what the verb patroller thinks. And think what you think in your head and see if you agree with what the verb patroller thinks. Oh, the verb patroller believes that the subject and the verb agree. What do you think? Do you think they agree? I do too. She writes so neatly makes the sentence sound so nice. If it said she writes so neatly, that wouldn't make any sense and the subject verb would not agree. But in this sentence, she writes so neatly, the subject, she, and the verb do agree. They make the sentence sound so nice. Ooh, look at the baby. This sentence says, you collects a lot of toys. Now you say that sentence. You collects a lot of toys. Say that to yourself. See if this verb, collects, and you, the subject, agree. You collects. I know what I think. Let's see what the verb patroller thinks, and we'll see if we all agree with what the verb patroller says. Oh, he disagrees. I agree with the verb patroller. I hope you do too, because the verb collect and the subject you sound much better in this sentence. You collect a lot of toys sounds much nicer than you collects a lot of toys. Okay, another sentence. All right, I'll read it first. That boy runs so fast. Now you say that sentence. That boy runs so fast. Say it again to yourself. Let's see what the verb patroller thinks. What do you think? Does the verb runs and boy agree? That boy runs so fast. All right, get your answer in your head. We're going to see what the verb patroller thinks. Oh, he agrees. I agree too. That boy runs so fast sounds just fine. Now, if I change the verb to run, it might not sound so nice. That boy runs so fast. That boy run so fast. That doesn't make much sense, but that boy runs so fast sounds much nicer. And this was made by Kevin and Amanda Fonts. And I'm going to say that they used Whimsy clips to make all these cute little pictures. And thank you for joining me for subject-verb agreement. Until next time, goodbye.